Alright, y'all, Eric here, Fitness Phenom, coming to you guys with another workout. This one's a good one, so that's what we got. 10 rounds, going back to those 10 sets. We're going to do 10 burpee push-ups, followed by 20 pull-ups, followed by 30 dips on the dip bar. So 10 burpee push-ups, 20 pull-ups, 30 dips. Right, so that's 100 total burpee push-ups, 200 total pull-ups, 300 total dips, which is a lot of work, a lot of volume, right? Good way to get your cardiovascular endurance up. Good way to work on that muscular endurance as well. I'm gonna set up a running clock, as always. Alright, take a look at the burpee push-up. So we're going to come down, plank position, push up, come back up into that jump. 10 of these. Six, 7, 8, 9. This is a movement that's going to get your heart rate up. If you haven't thrown this in your workout routines or in your workouts in general, highly recommend them. 20 pulls. Five. 10. 'Solid set of 20. Now we got our 30 dips. $20. 30. Let's go work. All right, so this is a workout that's gonna get your heart rate up with those burpees, those burpee push-ups. With that jump, it's gonna increase your heart rate, work that cardiovascular system, work that endurance, that cardiovascular endurance. And of course, where your calisthenic movements, your traditional calisthenic movements, the push-up itself, the dips, the pull-ups, you're working that muscular endurance. All right, we're all good here. So as always, working best of both worlds here. That muscular endurance and that cardiovascular endurance. Let's mark this set down. It's probably a good idea to break these up early. So just at the first set unbroken. Obviously keep the burpee push-ups unbroken, but we'll break up the pull-ups. We'll probably break up the dips too, depending on how we feel, just to keep a consistent pace going, and because your heart rate's elevated. All right, let's get the second set in. Don't cheat yourself on these reps. Quality always. 3, 4, 7, 8, 10. All right, pulls. Switch up the grip a little bit, add some variance. Let's do 12. Let's come off. We'll shake it off. Sticking to the basics, foundational movements of calisthenics. A little bit of a twist with the burpee, but still working the basics. The basics work. 8. 1 more. All right. 30 dips. 30 dips with high volume under fatigue. That's how you get better. That's how you get stronger. 10. 20. Let's break this up. Let's be smart. Oh, 10. Quality form always. Quality over quantity always. And this also just comes to show you don't have to go unbroken on everything. Unbroken meaning having to not break up your set. Right? If you got a set of 10 pull-ups and you do 5 and 5, that's still 10 pull-ups. Right? You don't gotta go 10 straight, or 20 straight, or 30 straight, or whatever it is that you're doing, rep-wise. Break it up if need be, especially if you have a movement like the burpee push-up, which is cardio-based. It's gonna get the heart rate up, as you can tell. Dime, ¿la rompiste? Así estaba. Me la acabo de poner y sentí el aire. Tengas cuidado. Está bien. Esta semana te doy una nueva cuando te veo. Sí. Recuérdame. De nada. All right, we're 2 sets in. I can already tell this one's gonna be like 50 minutes or so. Oops, wrong one. Let's go. Burpee push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full range of motion. Get that chest to the floor. Lock out those arms. I'm a big fan of burpee push-ups. I'm a big fan of burpees in general. I got a few burpee workouts on my page. If you scroll back, or if you look at my playlist of calisthenic WODs and workouts. Pulls. Five. 10. All right, let's do 5-5. This is solid work. As always, these longer calisthenic workouts, hitting a good threshold, getting solid work in, getting a good amount of reps, getting that high volume. 5 more. I'm a big fan of high volume calisthenics. A lot of you ask me if I lift weights. If you haven't followed my page long enough, or if you're a new subscriber, or if you don't follow me on the gram, Fitness Phenom 21, I do lift weights in addition to the calisthenics. Right before this, actually, I did some bench pressing and some deadlift superset. A deadlift bench press superset. That was my strength work. And then finishing off with this as my volume work, my conditioning, in a sense. Ten. 20. Yeah, so I got my strength work in and finishing off with the calisthenics. Solid hour and a half or so of work. Three down. Yeah, so 10 sets. I like that number for the most part when I'm doing high volume. So 100, 200, 300. Again, sticking with the, what we got here? Sticking with the 600 rep scheme I've been doing for the past 4 weeks now. Getting that volume in, getting those reps in, working that muscular endurance. And then over time, your numbers are going to improve. Your pull-ups, your dips, your push-ups. right? If you're throwing in burpees, even if you do traditional calisthenics, all the pushing is gonna have carryover to your burpees and other movements, which is why working that foundation, pull-ups, dips, push-ups, of course squats, will have carryover to your other movements. Another question I get, rest in between sets. It all depends on what the goal is, what you're working on, what the set is, what the workout is, etc. In this case, and what I've been showing you guys, showcasing for the past 4 videos, 4 weeks, rest as needed, right? That can be a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. For the past few videos, I've been resting as needed in order to get back on the bar and do another set unbroken, right? I'm also like conversing with you guys. So like there's some rest and some talk in between sets. But if you can go straight through, depending on what you're doing, if you can go, you know, with less rest, or if you can go on a clock, meaning like EMOM, every minute on the minute, or whatever, E3 mom, do that. Whatever works best for you. If you're really working on like getting in shape and competition form, all that good stuff, I would be on a clock. I would do it more for speed. But if you're just getting a workout in, you don't have to overthink the rest periods. That being said, obviously you don't want to take 10 minutes of rest in between your sets. That kind of defeats the purpose of what you're doing here. Let's get it, let's level up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If your chest does not touch the floor, get back down. Five. 10. Keep working. Keep working. Full range of motion always. All the way down and back up. Engage the lats. Keep that core tight. This is going to work your abs. All of calisthenics works your abs, always. $15. 5 more. 20 is a big number in the middle of a set, especially when you have those burpees. But you don't fear that big number. You attack. You work. Thirties. 30 dips. $20. Calisthenics is a lifelong journey. It's not about a season. It's not about the summer. It's not about getting reps in when there's snow out. It's not even about looking good. Of course, that's a byproduct. Of course, that's a byproduct, but it's about enjoying the journey, trusting the process, if you will. Just getting it in one day at a time, one set at a time, one rep at a time. And just enjoy that journey, no matter what it is you're working for or you're working towards. Enjoy the journey that you are in. And sometimes these journeys do not have an end. And that's fine. You work. You continue to work. I've been doing calisthenics since I was a kid. I've been training calisthenics seriously since 2008. Right? It's almost 20 years in the game. 20 years of getting reps in under your belt. And I used to do it almost every single day. And that's how I built the numbers that I have. That's how I've won so many competitions that I've won. And I've competed all over the US. Obviously New York, New Jersey, Chicago, California, LA. I've competed in Mexico, competed against the UK, competed in Montreal, Canada. And I'm happy to say that I've won in every competition that I've been in, for the most part, right? And it all just comes down to just getting it in, getting the work in, enjoying the process, enjoying the journey. Yes, of course, training for certain competitions, but the training really never stops, right? Maybe the focus kind of shifts, or you work more towards strength, or you work more towards volume, or whatever the case may be, but like, the reps never stop. I always and will always do calisthenics. I will always do my pull-ups, my dips, my push-ups, get my squats in, because I just love it. And I embrace the journey. I embrace the pain. I embrace the discomfort, like I said in my last video. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's part of the journey. You'll become better for it. You'll be a better person. You're gonna be a better athlete, right? The physical obviously changes, but the mental levels up. That also changes. Right? You'll see things differently as well. There's just so many benefits to this style of training and to this training in general. That's why I'm always advocating for everyone to work out, and everyone should be doing calisthenics, and everyone should get on a bar. Everyone should get on the floor and get their push-ups in, or their squats, or whatever the case may be. That being said, let's get round number 5, 5th set. 10 burpee push-ups. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Embrace the pain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Let's go neutral grip. Broke up the last set into 5s. I think that was a little too slow for my liking. So we'll do a set of 10 here. Then we'll break it up into 5s. Heart rate down. Make sure you breathe. 10 in. Here we go. 15 in. $20. That's 100 pulls right there. Dips. $20. $10 more. 10 more and we halfway through. That's 200 dips right here. No, can't math. What are it, 5 sets? 150. Let's get it. Awesome. All right, halfway through, 5 down. Drink your water, baby. Someone said I don't drink water during the workout. When I used to box, for those of you who don't know, I used to fight train. I used to fight. For whatever reason, I just never drank water during training. I got kind of accustomed to that. It wasn't until like after the fact. So I kind of still have that. Not because I'm tough or anything like that, just like habit. But obviously now, you want to stay hydrated, always. Got my creatine in there. Got my electrolytes, right? The sodium, the magnesiums, the potassiums, just to replenish what you sweat out, right? All that output, all that sweat, all that work. But yes, keep working, keep putting the work in, enjoy the grind, enjoy the journey, no matter where you're at. And you're always looking, don't forget, you're always looking to progress. Right? You're always looking to be better than you were yesterday. Now, you will plateau. You will see regressions naturally, right? I don't know if any of you guys mess with the stock market, but it goes up and down. What you want to see is an upward trend, right? You don't want to see a plummet, right? This is unrealistic in the beginning. You might see a straight path up, and you're going to see crazy progress. We call that newbie gains. And you'll see this, you'll be hyped, you'll be jacked about it. And then once you plateau, you hit a little bit of regression or you slow down, then people kind of get discouraged. You got to fight through that. You got to work through that, right? If you're hitting 20 pull-ups today, doesn't mean you're going to hit 21 pull-ups tomorrow or 25 or 30, right? You might hit 19, you might hit 18, you might have an off day and hit 14 reps. That doesn't mean it's your max or it's your best or whatever the case may be. It may be your best for that day, and that is fine. It's still money in the bank. You're not going to make $100 every day. Maybe you make $50, right? Maybe you make $75. And then maybe one day you'll make $150 or $200, right? It's still, you still want to deposit $10 here, $20 there, $80 there. All of that adds up. I always like using that bank money analogy. It always works. It's the truth. Workout's no different. Pour it in. All right, burpee push-ups. The burpee push-ups right now are not that bad. They get your heart rate up, but they're not bad. The pull-ups with the 20 reps every time, it's probably the hardest of the three. And then the dips are just kind of like rest, like fine. Dips are dips. They're not a problem. Let's get it. Where we at? Four. Six. 8, 9, 10, 5. 10 and 15. 5 more. $20. All right, 30 dips. Can always go unbroken. Don't get it twisted, baby. We just warming up. Make sure this camera's good. Yep. Let me know if you guys incorporate weights with your calisthenics. It's a good combo, good mix. And or incorporate running into the mix. Yesterday I got 6 miles in. I'm actually gonna do another 6.5 today. Central Park loop and then some. Central Park is hilly. If you've never ran Central Park or don't know about Central Park. Monster hills, up and down. But it gets you fitter if you attack them the right way. Gets you better. Builds up that cardiovascular endurance, that stamina. All right, we're 6 sets in. Not to mention, after this, 4.5 mile bike ride to the crib. Right, and that's like Dome 2-ish pace, give or take. When I get to the park, a little faster, without the streets, but still work. This is a lifestyle. All day, every day, baby. All day, every day, the grind don't stop. That's how you get better. You work even when you don't know you're working. I'm biking, I'm commuting. For me, it's commuting, but it's increasing my fitness. That's why I always win, baby. All we do is win. Let's get it. 1. 3. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Compose yourself. Breathe. All right, 20 pulls. Ten reps. All right, now I'll be feeling the back pump. The back, the lats, working. Even though this is more push heavy, push muscles are fine right now. It's more lats a little bit, and just the breathing, the lungs. Fifteen. Five more. Neutral grip. Money. What's that, 140? 140 on the pulls. I'm a big fan of volume calisthenics, but you don't want to do this every single day. At least repeatedly. Week after week, month after month. You won't see progression first and foremost. You'll plateau, you'll regress actually. But your body will get adjusted to the stimulus. There's not going to be no adaptations, right? So, and it's also just not sustainable. You can, however, do calisthenics just about every day. Not volume, but calisthenics, two different things. Let's get it. $20 in. $10 more. 7 in. 70% of the way there. It's good work. Hungry. Can't wait to eat after this. Fuel up, replenish. I try to always cook my meals, but obviously living in New York City, kind of always on the go, always on the run. Sometimes you gotta eat out, or a lot of times you gotta eat out. But you gotta be smart with your choices, and don't eat bullshit here or fast food there. I'll stay away from that at all times. But the diet is very important. What you put into your body is very important. Makes a big difference with how you feel, with how you perform, and obviously what everybody looks at, with how you look. Significant difference when you put the right things in your body without the processed this or the colored that, or the high fructose corn syrup, or the bullshit. The ingredients, arguably just as important or even more importanter than the macros. That's another topic right there. Round number 8. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. One thing I forgot to mention, your burpees don't have to be fast. You don't gotta go guns blazing. This is not 100 reps for time. Slow it down, right? Gather your breathing, or control your breathing, control your breath, as I mentioned before. Twenty pulls. Let's do 5s here. Ten. Feeling the deadlifts from earlier. Feel it in the hands a little bit, but it's all good. 10 in. $15. 5 more. Here we go. 160 pulls in the books, baby. All right. Dips. $20. Easy money. Ten more. There we go. All right, we are 80% of the way through. 8 in. Hydrate. 2 more to go. Let's make it spicy. No rest. Let's get it. Don't get it twisted. We could do this all day. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I get much better once I start warming up. Once my body's warm, we in there. We locked in. All right, 20 pulls. Fives. Control that breath. Control that breathing. And you never want to cheat yourself. Don't cheat your reps. Don't cut them short. No fugazi reps. No using your hips or your legs or swinging or rowing to get your chin over the bar. Do them the right way. The way they're meant to be done. The way your body's meant to move. And you'll reap the benefits. And then some. $15. Got that pump going. 15 in. 5 more. Always finish in that dead hang position for the pull-up. Don't finish at the top. Finish at the bottom, where you started. That's like doing a push-up and finishing where your chest hits the floor. That's not where it ends. That's not where it ends, right? Same thing with the pulls. Also gets you stronger because you're working that negative, the eccentric portion. 30. Back to back with the unbroken. Let's go. 9 in. 1 more to go. Breathe. Feeling good. These workouts have been feeling great. I've been doing my body justice. Can't even flex right now because I'm pumped with the pulls and the dips. Now I'm feeling the dips. My chest a little bit at the top. But yeah. Calisthenics does the body good. You throw in other modalities, your body's gonna adapt. Your body will change to the stimulus you provide it with. So if you want to change your body composition, if you want to change or improve your performance, you gotta hit your body up with some type of stimulus for it to adapt and make that change. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck where you're at, or you're not gonna look the way you wanna look, or whatever the case may be, whatever your goals are, right? You don't do high volume calisthenics, start incorporating it. Now, you don't have to do 100, 200, 300. You don't have to do 600 reps, right? That's a lot. Cut it in half, 300. Cut half of that, 150 total. Like, break it up how you see fit, what you're able to do at your level of sustainable discomfort, if you will. Right, so that you can improve, you can give your body stimulus to reap some adaptation, right? So it can change and you can improve physically, mentally. Right? Just keep working. All right, last set. This took longer than I would like. Maybe breaking them up a little too much or just talking a little too much, but that's fine. All right, this is gonna be the last set, round number 10. It's gonna be 100 burpees right here, followed by the 200 pulls, followed by the 300 dips. Get these burpees. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Come on, last set. So a little 13. Little 13. The more reps you do, the higher your heart rate is elevated. So you have to control that. Make sure you breathe. 13 in. Seventeen. 'Double overhand. 20. 200 pull-ups done. 30 dips for 300. 10. 20. 30. Let's go. Feeling the pump, baby. As always, follow me on the gram, Fitness Phenom 21. Post my workouts, post my fitness. I appreciate the support. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. You guys have been showing a lot of love in my videos. Appreciate it. All the likes, all the comments. I try to reply to all of them. Doesn't go unseen. Appreciate you guys. Let's get it. Let's level up. Let's work.